Terraria is packed with thousands of items, and while a lot of items are unwanted things that just fill up your inventory, the game has its fair share of extremely rare items. So rare that you'll have to farm for hours if not days to get a single one of these items. So today we'll be going over the top 5 rarest items in Terraria. Make sure to stick around till the end for the rarest item with an insanely low drop chance. Let's get started. At number 5, we have the Charged Blaster Cannon. With a drop rate of 0.13%, this item is a super rare post-golem magic weapon. The cannon has multiple firing modes and uses mana as its ammo. The weapon has a 0.13% drop chance, aka a 1 in 800 chance of dropping from common Martian Madness enemies. The gun is actually a reference to the video game character Mega Man, who has a similar cannon called the Mega Buster. So that's pretty cool. At the 4th spot, we have the Bladed Glove. This rare pre-hard mode sword-like weapon has a very short range but a very high attack speed. It's super satisfying to use and looks pretty cool too. However, being a pre-hard mode weapon, you probably won't be using it for long as you progress in the game. The Bladed Glove can be dropped by any weak enemy during the Halloween seasonal event and has a drop chance of only 0.05%. That means you have a 1 in 2,000 chance of getting the item from a weak enemy. I'll give you a chance to guess what these items are referenced to. Pause the video to take your guess. If you guessed Freddy Krueger, you are correct. For all of you too young to understand the reference, Freddy Krueger is the antagonist of the popular classic horror movie franchise Nightmare on Elm Street. The item is a reference to his signature weapon, a glove with blades at the tip of the fingers. But if you're too young to watch the movies, think sort of Edward Scissorhands-ish. We are now at the top 3, but firstly, I want to know, have you tried to farm any of these items? And did you or did you not manage to get them? Or maybe did you stumble upon them by accident? Let me know in the comments. At the 3rd spot, we have the Biome Keys. These keys have a 0.04% drop chance from any enemy that drops coins, if they are killed in a specific biome. It's not just biome exclusive enemies. These keys are then used to open the corresponding chest in the dungeon, but they can only be opened after Plantera has been defeated. However, something in me didn't really want to count the keys as the 3rd item because, for example, the Corruption Key and chest will be unobtainable for someone with a Crimson World. So as a little extra, I have decided to include the Amber Mosquito in the 3rd spot. This item summons a pet dinosaur to follow you around, and actually a pterosaur too to carry the dinosaur to you if you're far away. However, as I'm sure most of you know, pets don't do damage. So to all my new summoners out there, it's a cool pet, but no damage. It's useless in that sense. The Amber Mosquito can be obtained by putting silt, slush, or desert fossil into the extractinator machine, and actually has different drop rates depending on what you use. For silt and slush, the Amber has an insanely low drop chance of only 0.01%. That's a 1 in 10,000 chance. With desert fossils, it has a slightly higher percent at 0.027%, or in other words, a 27 in 100,000 chance of dropping. The Amber Mosquito is a reference to, you know it, Jurassic Park. And more specifically, the Amber Mosquito on John Hammond's staff that is used to clone the dinosaurs. Even though the item is super rare, it can be obtained relatively easily due to desert fossils being pretty common. Next up, at the 2nd spot, we have the Coin Gun. With a drop chance of only 0.0125% and 0.25% at its highest, this gun is easily one of the rarest in the game. This item is a hard mode ranged weapon that uses coins as ammo. And no, you cannot pick the coins back up after firing, so you're losing money basically. The damage also varies depending on what type of coin is fired. The gun has a drop chance of 0.025% or 1 in 4,000 from regular pirate invasion enemies, excluding the parrot. However, from the pirate captain, it has a 0.1% drop chance or a 1 in 1,000, and even higher from the Flying Dutchman with a chance of 1 in 50 or a 2% chance. Despite being a pretty cool weapon, it definitely is a bit of a double-edged sword, as to get the most damage out of it, you'll have to use platinum coins as ammo, which can get very expensive very fast. Before 1.3, which was before the Flying Dutchman was added, it took an average of 67 pirate invasions for it to drop. That's one hell of a grind just to lose money. I want to give a quick honorable mention to the Nymph banner and the Rod of Discord. Nymphs are a super rare mod that can be found in the cavern layer of any biome. At first she appears as this innocent lost girl NPC, but as you get closer or even attack her, she will transform into the nymph and start attacking you. But if you attacked a lost and seemingly naked girl in a cavern, I'd say you probably deserve some karma. Luckily, being a pre-hard mode mob, she is relatively easy to kill, but for a new, unknowing player, she can definitely surprise you. The nymph has a chance to drop the nymph banner with a drop chance of 0.5%, making it extremely rare. I have heard of people building AFK farms just to get 1 or maybe 2 nymphs in several hours. Redigit, the creator of Terraria, has jokingly claimed that the nymph is the guide's grandmother. The Rod of Discord is a hard mode item that lets the player instantly teleport to the mouse cursor. It has a drop chance of only 0.2% or 1 in 500 from Chaos Elementals. This, similar to the coin gun, is a bit of a double-edged sword, as using it will give a 6-second debuff, which makes the player lose HP when using the Rod of Discord during the debuff. Finally, at the first spot, we have the Slime Staff. Yes, a staff that lets you summon a slime to fight for you. Summoners, this truly is your peak. The staff is a pre-hard mode summon weapon and has the rarest drop chance of any weapon in the game. It has a 0.01% drop chance or a 1 in 10,000 chance of dropping from slimes and slimed zombies. The pinky slime has a 1 in 100 chance or a 1% chance of dropping it, and the sand slimes have a 1 in 8,000 or 0.0125% drop chance. The easiest way to get this staff would probably be to statue farm, where you basically just place slime statues with a bit of lava beneath and then just let the slimes fall. A lot of these super rare items don't really look like it or play like it, meaning that the items look pretty normal and the damage isn't always the best. And for me, this has led to some pretty frustrating yet funny scenarios, where for example in my early days I actually got a slime staff but threw it away because it wasn't any good at that point in the game. And I then later found out the truth about the staff. I can't be the only one who has experienced this, right? Please someone say right, please. Anyways, those were the top 5 rarest items in Terraria. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you decide to grind towards these items, best of luck. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like or subscribe. I appreciate it a ton. I hope to see you in the next one. See ya.